It's very warm welcome to the next session on SAP FSM. Today we are going to talk about Smartforms. My name is Sam D'Souza. Let's first look at the pain point. Why do we need a Smartforms? Now, think of a case when your service technician is assigned a repair ticket where he has to fix some kind of a fuel pumps. Now he goes to the site and needs to capture informations like might be readings, okay, or the product performance or how exactly the site is. Now, in case if he captures all the information manually on a paper and come back to office and thinks that he'll be able to add everything digitally, that's we all know is a very less chances. Okay. Now, what every company wants to do, every company wants to capture all the data on the fly. So they want their service technicians goes to the site, they look at the machines, they capture whatever the information required. It can be your readings, might be how is the machine working it out, in case what can be the necessary steps required. Everything they can just take might be notes and they can digitally save it. Now, let's just try to understand how critical it will be. Now, think of a case. Now you have your machine which is being installed at different customers, and now you really want to see how that your machine behaves at peak points. So whatever the data that they collect can actually help you in their R&D process. So the data they capture is really a gold. Now, to solve this problem, what SAP FSM has done it, so they have bring the concept of a smartform. So again, in SAP FSM, we have a app which is known as Smartforms and Feedback app, which is kind of a dynamic smartform designer and a management tool which helps you to create a documentation and guidelines for a service execution. So now let's say your technicians goes to the site and there is a form which has kind of a sequence of 10 steps. Might be just look at how is your site, is it a safe to work, is it a hazardous. Second, what is the current reading. Third, look at what are the damages, anything in case it needs to capture it out. So complete sequence can be captured and digitally you can actually save it on the fly. Now, when I just talk about a smartphone, trust me, I think I loved using it. It's a very plug and play. I think now the time has gone when in case if you have to create a smartphone, so you have to have a very complex knowledge. No, it's a very straightforward designer where you will be able to design your scenario, and they have some kind of a standard templates which is a key from SAP FSMs. Now let me just do one thing. Let me quickly go into the system and show you how does it look like. Let me go into SAP FSM. So now you know how does your different module works. So just to show you how does it look like, I'll just go to the preview. Let me just take one of Smartforms which is being assigned. So now let's just take this specific case. Now you have here header. Okay, so where you have to capture who is the customer, who is the contact person, and when is the installation date. So these are the sequence of step a service technician has to execute it. Now see the beauty of it. Okay, in case if you go to the next steps, there will be some kind of important information. So it's not necessary in case if you are a new service technician who goes to the site, there will be all the information with a sequence will be given to you so that you don't have to actually look around some kind of a data. So here everything would be into a sequence. Similarly, like you see here, this information about the fuel pump. The next is in case if there is some kind of a question you need to check or uncheck. So here is the question. Check the equipment for damage before installation. Among other things, this could be damage housing, supply cable. So now you see this kind of a questions where you have to where you can just quickly capture the response. Similarly, if I go to the next steps and if you want to capture some kind of a document, you can do that bit. Again, sequencing of information. So this is how our forms can be designed. So this is just one normal example. Okay, but overall, if we look at as a smart form designer, it's a very powerful one. Now let me just show you what is the power of the smart form. Let me go back again to the templates. Let me just quickly pick one thing here. Let me just take anything of label. Uh, Now let's say in case if I come here onto this particular page, if I have to look at on the right side, there are some important functionality with the help of which you will be able to create your smart forms. Might be in case if you want to add a new text input, if you want to add a location, in case you want to add a table, drop down values, date and time input, number, attachment, checkbox, series. So here it's a very powerful functionality which is available as such. Okay, with the help of which you will be able to define your smart forms. And again, once you're able to define your smart forms, it's very easy to attach it to any kind of your service ticket. So this is the beauty of your smart forms. Again, I think in our course we have discussed in detail how do you define it. Even you will be able to define some kind of a conditional logic. So let's say in case if you have a specific customer or a specific machine, and based on a specific machine you want to write some kind of a condition statements, everything is a possible. But again, just to highlight you out on this side that there is so much here possible. Okay, it's like attachment, picker, signature, location. So it's a very powerful tool as such here. Okay, so now I'll just do one thing. I'll just go back to my slide. Perfect. So again, as I've mentioned in or as I've shown you in the system, so we have a very powerful designer. With the help of elements, we'll be able to design based on the customer requirement. Now here on this particular page, you can do a lot of things. It's kind of a checklist. You can define some kind of a conditions. You can categorize it. You can use for calculating. You will be able to use some kind of calculations if required or a validation. So everything is a possible. Okay, and might be in case if you want to leverage this data for the reporting purpose, that can also be done. So again, at high level, I hope this helps you. The sessions help you to understand more on what exactly was a smart forms. In case if you are interested to attend our trainings, please feel free to reach out to my email ID, and this is my number. You can just drop me a WhatsApp text, and we will be able to connect on the same. Thank you.